Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the natural hair gallery. How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing, and also thank you for liking the videos all along. I really appreciate. Today we're going to talk about rosemary. Rosemary, either the oil or the water. We're going to compare both, and then let's talk about the oil and water, which one grows hair faster. But this time around we'll look at it in another dimension. We'll just talk about which one does your hair really needs. Okay, so let's dive right in. Rosemary has become one of the most talked about natural ingredients in hair care, but should you be using rosemary oil or rosemary water? So in this video, we explore what rosemary is, how it benefits the scalp and hair, the differences between rosemary oil and rosemary water, and which one may suit your hair type and routine. By the end of this video, you understand why choosing the right method matters more than choosing a winner. Alright, so let's quickly go through it. If you've searched for natural hair growth remedies online, you've probably seen two names appear again and again: rosemary oil and rosemary water. Some people swear by rosemary oil, others say rosemary water is all you need. So which one is actually better? Today we're going beyond the social media hype to understand what rosemary really is, how it works, and how to choose the right form for your hair. So the first one, the chapter 1, would be what is rosemary. Before comparing rosemary oil and rosemary water, let's understand rosemary itself. Rosemary is an aromatic herb that has been used for centuries in cooking, traditional wellness practices, and personal care. Its leaves contain naturally occurring compounds that have antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. These properties are one reason rosemary has attracted attention in hair and scalp care research. Rather than making hair magically grow, rosemary is thought to help support a healthier scalp environment, which is important for healthy hair. Now let's look at chapter 2. How can rosemary benefit your hair? How can it benefit your hair? When incorporated into a balanced hair care routine, rosemary may help support scalp health, soothe mild scalp irritation, reduce product buildup when used appropriately, improve the overall condition of the scalp. Some studies have also explored rosemary oil as a supportive option for certain types of hair loss, although results vary from person to person, and it's not a guaranteed solution rather. Now let's look at chapter 3. What is rosemary water? So we're going to actually look at them one after the other now, right? Rosemary water is made by steeping or gently simmering rosemary leaves in water. The result is a lightweight liquid that can be sprayed directly onto the scalp and hair because it contains no added oils. It feels refreshing and absorbs quickly. That's the rosemary water. Now these are the benefits, okay? Because I'm sure after we looked at both, you now then try to know the one that best suits your hair and your scalp health generally. So the benefits of rosemary water: it may help 1. refresh the scalp between wash days, provide light hydration to the hair, reduce dryness when used as part of a moisturizing routine, prepare the hair before applying leave-in conditioners or cream. That's the benefits of the rosemary water. Now, who benefits most from rosemary water? Rosemary water is often a good choice for people with oily scalps. So you see, this is where we begin to differentiate both and who should use more of rosemary water and less of rosemary oil, or who should use more of rosemary oil and less of rosemary water. So who benefits most? Rosemary water is often a good choice for people with oily scalps, low porosity hair that is easily weighed down. Oily scalps, low porosity hair that is easily weighed down. It is also good for fine hair strands and anyone looking for a light daily refresher. This is the one I use basically all the time because of my locks. I using oil regularly may actually cause a lot of blockages and oil buildup, so I use rosemary oil regularly. Rosemary water regularly because of the fact that it's a daily refresher to the hair strands. Now let's look at what is rosemary oil. Rosemary oil usually refers to rosemary essential oil that has been diluted in a carrier oil before use. Pure essential oil should not be applied directly to the scalp because it may cause irritation. When diluted properly, rosemary oil becomes a concentrated scalp treatment. Now here are the benefits of rosemary oil. It may help support a healthy scalp, reduce dryness, help seal moisture into the scalp and hair, provide nourishment during scalp massage, and complement a consistent hair care routine. Now, who benefits from this? Rosemary oil may be especially helpful for dry scalps, high porosity hair that loses moisture quickly. So you can see the difference now. So I don't want to talk too much about, so you should just, from all these that I've said, you should be able to now differentiate if you don't know your hair type. I have a video where I talked about hair types, so you can go check out that video before you make your final decisions. So I go back to it. Rosemary oil may be especially helpful for dry scalps, high porosity hair that loses moisture quickly, people who enjoy regular scalp oil treatments. Now let's quickly look at chapter 5, which we're going to differentiate now to let us know which is better, or let's differentiate them right now in chapter 5. Which works better for different hair types? Low porosity hair often benefits from rosemary water because it is lightweight and less likely to leave buildup. Low porosity hair often benefits from rosemary water because it is lightweight and less likely to leave buildup. If using rosemary oil, apply it sparingly and only after a water-based moisturizer if needed. Apply it sparingly and only after a water-based moisturizer if needed. Now let's look at high porosity hair. High porosity hair may benefit from both. Rosemary water can add moisture, while rosemary oil can help slow moisture loss by sealing it in. Fine hair can become weighed down by heavy oil, so rosemary water is often the better everyday choice. Use rosemary oil occasionally and in small amounts. Alright, now let's look at thick or coarse hair. Thicker hair often tolerates rosemary oil, while thicker hair often tolerates rosemary oil well because it usually needs additional moisture retention and protection. Alright, thicker hair often tolerates rosemary oil well because it usually needs additional moisture retention and protection. So let's look at oily scalp. Rosemary water is often more comfortable because it refreshes without adding extra oil. That's for oily scalp. So if you know you have oily scalp, it's better that you use rosemary water because it is more comfortable and it refreshes without adding extra oil, because the oil that we're even talking about is just a carrier. All right, it's just a carrier, so it's not necessarily it doesn't do anything as such, rather than carrying the rosemary what is it called, the rosemary property itself. Now let's look at the dry scalp. A diluted rosemary oil treatment may provide more lasting comfort by helping reduce dryness and supporting the scalp's natural barrier. That's for dry scalp. So we have looked at which works better for different hair types. We have looked at low porosity, we have looked at high porosity hair, we have also talked about fine hair, thick or coarse hair, oily scalp, and then dry scalp. Now in chapter 6, let's look at can you use both? Can both be used? Absolutely, yes you can. Yes you can. Many people combine them successfully. For example, use rosemary water after washing or as a mid-week refresher. Then use a diluted rosemary oil treatment once or twice a week to nourish the scalp. This approach allows you to enjoy the strength of both. Okay, it allows you to enjoy the strengths of both. So in final conclusion right now, so which is better, rosemary oil or rosemary water? The answer is neither. Okay, one is not superior to the other, they simply have different jobs. Rosemary water is excellent for lightweight hydration and refreshing. Rosemary oil is better for sealing moisture and providing a rich scalp treatment. So the best choice depends on your hair type, your scalp, and how you use them. Healthier hair isn't about finding one miracle ingredient. It is about understanding your hair and using the right tools in the right way. So ladies and gentlemen, if you found this lesson helpful, subscribe to Inodudu, the Natural Hair Gallery. Every week we simplify the science behind healthy hair, so you can build a routine that works for your unique hair, not someone else's. All right, so that is that for today, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys in the next one, but until then, please take good care of your hair, and bye for now. Love you.